Vlogmas Day 6, I think. This is Wednesday, so I'm gonna record this today and I'm gonna upload it today. We were talking about the differences between staff adjusting and independent adjusting this morning on my live, and I told you I was gonna make a video. Well, that's what my video is gonna be about anyway. So I know we talked and I told you I was gonna get it up tonight, and I hope this information is beneficial. Keep in mind, I've looked at a couple videos with people talking about the differences between staff and independent, and it appears that nothing is across the board. Like, a lot of the similarities are there, but with different experiences comes different, just different experiences. So I'm gonna talk from my experience and of being both a staff and an independent adjuster. I think the last time I was staff was 2019 at Allstate in Houston, which was a really, really great experience. Okay, so and I'll go to a little bit more about it, but it was a great experience, and that was my last staff position. So let's jump right on in. Okay, all right, so, and I got notes here, so you're gonna see me looking down, because if I don't write notes, I'll just be rambling on, and I want to stay on task so you can get the information that you're looking for. So staff, with staff, you're more than likely get a total benefit package. The employee benefits could include matching 401k or retirement, health insurance, a structured training, profit sharing. They'll help you or assist you with getting your licenses, and not only getting the reciprocal licenses, they'll also assist you with or pay for your CE courses, your continuing education courses, and they'll manage that for you, and they'll let you know when it's time to start, doing your CE courses and all that. You wouldn't have to manage it yourself. They'll manage it for you. Okay. And then they also do profit sharing. Some of the companies do profit sharing. Hypothetically speaking, let's just say with the profit sharing, each employee is given $6,000. And let's just say 50-50, just to make it make sense. 50%, which is $3,000, will go into your 401k. And then the other 50% will go directly to you, direct deposit, as in like a regular payroll. So yeah, those are some great benefits in regards to staff adjusting. With staff adjusting, you may start anywhere from $42,000 upwards of $55,000 a year as a new adjuster with no experience. However, the ability to make six figures is definitely possible. It'll just take some time for you to get in and decide, which path you want to take in order to increase your salary and make yourself more marketable, not only at the carrier that you're with, but at other carriers as well. I do see where staff adjusters will have to, pivot or go over to another carrier to get, a 20% increase or what have you, versus with staying with their carrier getting a 10% increase. Of course, after they get their experience in SIU, BI, bodily injury, or litigation, and they did require a degree. I applied anyway. They used my work history because I had solid work history in the wireless industry, and they used that to qualify me for the position. And now, with that being said, I probably would have started maybe around $52,000 or something like that if I had at the time my college degree. Okay. Let's see. Now let's move on to, also with staff adjusting, they'll provide your equipment. In the world we live in today, you do have the ability to work from home with a lot of the carriers. so on, so forth. So keep that in mind when you're deciding if staff adjusting is for you. They also provide structured training. You get structured training as a staff adjuster, okay? Now, and you have the ability to learn new skills. So you can start at entry-level adjusting position, and then you can train in other positions. You can go into BI, SIU, litigation, just different types, field adjusting, and you just say you're doing auto, where you're inside desk adjusting, and then you're like, okay, I don't want to be at the desk anymore. Then you can go out into the field, right? And inspect the vehicles and go to the shop and inspect the vehicles and write estimates, write total losses, and different things like that. So that ability to do that with a carrier is definitely there as a staff adjuster, okay? I hope I'm not talking too fast, but I just want to run it off to you. Okay, an independent adjuster, you have the opportunity to earn a staff adjuster's yearly salary in just a few months. Okay, that possibility is definitely there, and it's definitely real. This gives you the opportunity to start a business, travel, have some downtime, take trips with your family. You're working 6 to 9 months out of the year. You got 3 to 6 months to just play around or do something or dive into something that you're interested in, where you wouldn't necessarily have that time as a staff adjuster, because the staff adjusters do get PTO, paid time off, right? And independent adjusters, deployments are lasting longer. My last deployment that ended on November 4th lasted from August of 2021 until November of 2022. I know and have some friends that's in my network that's been on deployment for 2 years. So the ability to be on long-term deployments now as an independent adjuster is definitely there. They're making anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 a month based on their expertise, based on the firm that they're with, whether it's an IA firm or a TPA, and based on the carrier. Okay? Hope that makes sense. As an independent adjuster, there's really no work-life balance when you're on deployment. You're typically working at a minimum 50 hours a week, sometimes 6 and 7 days per week as an independent adjuster. So there's typically not, the work-life balance is not there. You're not going to get off at 3:30, 4 o'clock every day. You'll probably be working before your kids go to school and after they come home from school for a few hours, and then it's time to go to bed, try to relax, release, and do it all over again. Okay? So being an independent adjuster is a lifestyle. If you have children, if you have pets, like, you have to make sure you have help in place to assist you with all of those things as an independent adjuster. Whereas as a staff adjuster, you can get up, if you got an 8 to 5, bring your kids to school, possibly pick up, or you could bring them to daycare and pick them up, just different things like that. As a staff adjuster, they'll provide you with the equipment, of course, but as an independent adjuster, the computer or the equipment may be provided, or you would have to provide your own equipment, computer, HP, laptop, whatever it is, and then you'll just download the software that you'll need to work the deployment. So one thing that I do want to point out is that if you're a MacBook user, I have never been on deployment and we had to use our own equipment where we were able to use a MacBook. Just thought I'd put that out there. As a staff adjuster, you'll get certifications, you'll get training, you'll get development, organized self-development and career development and different things like that. As an independent adjuster, certifications, Most times you'll have to pay for them, maybe a minimal fee, just depending on the carrier, or not the carrier, I'm sorry, the firm. Sometimes the firms, especially during down season, offer these certifications at no expense or at very little expense. And sometimes the expense can go from $150, $250, $350, just based on the type of certifications you want. The cost can, increase. When it comes to job security, I'll put them both on equal ground. As we know, nothing is 100% guaranteed. That's either as a staff adjuster or as an independent adjuster. You can walk into a carrier or to your staff position, and they've taken the whole claims department and handed it over to a TPA to manage. And then when they do that, the TPA is going to hire independent adjusters to handle that workload. Same thing as being an independent adjuster. It's all based on the carrier, right? So the carrier can call and say, you know what, I know you have 100 people over there working for us. Let's break that down to about 50. We've gotten our workload to a certain point where our staff can handle about 50% of it, and then the independent adjusters that you have can handle 50%. So if they got 100 adjusters, independent adjusters, they'll have to send 50 of them home. So when it comes to job security, I'm going to put them both on an equal playing field. With both independent and staff, and I'm basically talking about desk adjusting, not field adjusting, because that's a totally different ball game across the board when it comes to field adjusters, either staff or independent. I'm talking what I know, and that's in my experience as an inside desk adjuster. You will have to manage your desk with both. You'll have to manage contact with the insured or policy holder. You'll have to make sure you manage your voicemails. You'll just have to manage your desk. It takes a lot to manage your desk. You'll have to take some time to understand how to set diaries, and which are kind of like a reminder to reach back out in regards to what. And both, you should, once you get in the file, work that file until you hit a wall. Work it till exhaustion. As both a desk adjuster and as an independent adjuster. That's how one way you can be a successful adjuster, by getting in a file and you're working it. I don't care if it takes you 15 minutes or 2 hours. If there's something that can be done in the file, you stay in that file and you do it. If you have to make 5 calls to get a file moving, then you sit there and you make those 5 calls. You don't diary that out to the next day. Just go ahead and do it. And then you could probably, once you hit that wall, it's work to exhaustion, you could probably diary it out 3 to 5 days. You've had, just say it's auto. You set up the inspection, you've had the vehicle, you've made the call to have the vehicle released and moved from the tow yard to either a shop or your carrier's yard. You've reached out to the lien holder and got the 10-day payoff if it's a total loss or a possible total loss. You